Hello, Younger Old here, and welcome to my channel. Well, it's that time of year again. For me, it's a dreaded time. It's Christmas. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I'm a bit of a Grinch, a bit of an Ebenezer. But anyway, I thought I'd do a bit of a talk on gifts you can get for bikers. Varying in prices, depending on what you wanted to spend, but I think these things I've listed here are all things me or any other bikers would quite like to receive as a Christmas present. Stay tuned, watch the intro. A quad lock is a good device used to attach your phone to your motorbike handlebars, and with a twist it will just come off, leaving the mount still on the bike. I don't use one because I'm not really interested who might call or text me when I'm riding. It's something I'll deal with when I stop and get off the bike. But if you use your phone for Google Maps or something similar, it just, it's good to use as a navigation aid. I have been told actually that some of the iPhones do shake to bits a little bit, so you can actually buy an anti-vibration damper. So if you're using an iPhone, or maybe any phone for all I know, it's probably a good idea to have that as well. A tank bag is a real useful addition to have on your bike, but it's one of the bigger ones for carrying items when you're touring, or just down to a small one to keep your wallet, phone and other small items in, when you're just going out for a day's ride somewhere. I've actually got 3 different sizes depending on what I'm doing. The medium size one and the large ones, they've got like the clear MacBook pocket in. Now I do sometimes have a map in there, but underneath the map I will usually keep things like passports and ferry tickets, etc. So they're at hand when I need them. You're not going to start going all through the rest of your luggage or pockets. Mine are all probably the older style ones that actually fit to the tank by magnets. But they've been fine even when they've been loaded up and heavy. Some tend to have straps where you can actually strap them onto the bike. The more modern ones has a clip which goes around the petrol filler cap, and then there's the corresponding clip underneath the tank bag, so you actually can lock them on. They're also good if you don't have a metal tank, or one where the plastic bodywork of the bike partially covers the petrol tank. Now, if your sense of direction is as good as mine, an essential thing is, in my opinion, is a sat-nav. The main ones being TomTom or Garmin. It's far better to pay the extra for a dedicated bike sat-nav. Not only for the extra features you actually get, but they're actually waterproof and Bluetooth. And you can operate them with your gloves on. However, they are more expensive. I've got the TomTom 550 with World Maps. I chose this one when I got my bike. The previous owner must have had one, and the mount and everything else were all left in, hardwired in already. So I just got my TomTom and I just clip it in and off we go. One advantage is with these as well, you can actually set your routes on your computer now, which has got a nice big screen, and then you can actually just transfer that route through to the sat-nav unit itself. I just love this stretch of road. I used to ride this one a lot when I lived in Melton. I used to sort of come over to Grantham and back for a ride, but nice bit of road. Now, my car is pretty filthy inside and out. In fact, you have to wipe your feet before you get out of the car. But I'm not really bothered. The car is just something I need to take the wife to work and back, get from A to B and to get groceries in. But I don't really like a filthy bike. I like my bike to look nicer. So I'm always using different lotions and potions to clean, polish and protect the bike. So an assortment of cleaning materials will always be a well appreciated, nice gift for a biker. Some form of battery optimizer are very handy things to have, especially with modern bikes. When you, like on mine, when you turn the ignition off, it's a keyless, the alarm sets automatically. So if you leave it for a long period of time, eventually it will drain the battery. There are several ones on the market, but you tend to find that Optimate and Oxford seem to be the most popular ones out there. Tools are always useful. I'm not just talking spanners, sockets, etc., although mine are in pristine condition because I don't really know how to use them. But I'm referring to bike specific tools and gadgets. Example, I was on my way out the other week and realised my front tyre pressure was a bit low. Decided not to go back home. Yes, I should have checked it before I left, but I decided to carry on up the road to the garage and do it there. I realised that the hose would not get onto the valve due to the size of the brake disc, so it was just impossible to put any air in it. Some bikes have this problem. So anyway, I had to go all the way back home where my air pump will fit. So you can get little L-shaped valves what actually fit onto the rim, and then it makes it easily accessible. But I got myself one of these flexi attachments that you can screw onto the hose at the garage and then bend it to fit onto the valve of the tyre. I now store this on the bike so it's always with me should I need it. A Bluetooth intercom system for your helmet. Now these are useful bits of kit, but they do vary a great deal in price depending on what you want to do with it. Now I have a cheaper one, but it works fine for what I want. I have it paired with another one on the wife's helmet, but I rarely use that as she sings a lot and it's not a good sound. We tend to have a way of communicating without intercom. Example, she thumps me in the back and points to a services sign, which translates need to stop at the next one for either a ciggy break or a loo break or a coffee, but mostly it's all three anyway. I've got mine paired with my TomTom as well, which is really good because I like to hear the directions, which saves me having to look down at the unit as much. Some of the more expensive units link several bikes together, which is good for a group ride, but then you've all got to have units which are compatible with others. Most of my mates have dedicated bike units fitted in the bike, which is for rider for pillion, so it's pointless me having one of them, so I'll just carry on with my cheapie for now. An action camera is a good thing to have. You don't necessarily need to sort of make your own vlogs unless you want to, but it's a good way of just recording your day out, something for you to look back on. Also records any idiot who pulls out on you. But yeah, a lot of bikers are using them now. Here again, there's many different ones on the market. You can pay very little for a cheapo one, or you can sort of go down the more expensive route, which will cost you sort of around about £400 or £500 mark. But there's many there on the market. A pair of heated grips are good. I mean, some bikes have them, like mine is actually fitted in with the bike, but the Gen 1 model didn't. But there's plenty of aftermarket ones which you can actually fit on, the most popular probably being Oxford. But here again, if not so much for the winter riding, even sort of early spring or autumn, it can get a bit cold, and if your hands are cold, you're not comfortable and you're not concentrating on what you're doing, and it makes use of the controls more difficult. So if your hands are a little bit warmer, that's a very useful item. So So if you're looking to buy a bike at a present, I hope you'll find something on this list which will be useful to you. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and as always, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.